Hi, this is Sorrel Brand, your friendly neighborhood content strategist, and today we're going to talk about SEO firms. Now, if you are listening to me, you probably already know what an SEO firm is, but there are some things you probably need to know if you're thinking about bringing one in, I just want to kind of set your expectations a little bit and let you know what your part of the SEO optimization process is going to be. Okay, so if you don't know, an SEO firm is a firm that specializes in search engine optimization. That's what SEO stands for. Search engine optimization is a process or a technique of creating content or optimizing content or improving on content in a way that allows your website content to be found online by different search engines. So for instance, every piece of content, let's say you do a search for restaurants in your area, everything that shows up on that page, like on that Google page in response to your search for like a Thai food restaurant in your area is a link to a website. And in order for those links to those websites to actually show up on Google, the website has to be optimized for searches about Thai food restaurants in your area. Okay. So if you are going to bring in, or if you're thinking about bringing in an SEO firm to help you with your SEO efforts, there are a couple of things that you need to be able to do. First of all, you need to be able to find a reputable company. Now, it's not very difficult to find a reputable SEO company because SEO companies do what? They show up in search results because they're SEO companies. But if you want another way to do it, you can actually go online to like Upwork or one of the gig marketplaces and find an individual search engine optimization expert, or you can find an agency online that on Upwork or People Per Hour or Fiverr that specializes in search engine optimization. One of the good things about that is that for every freelancer or every agency that's on those gig platforms, they have reviews already. So you'll be able to see like between, 4 and 5 stars or whatever, like what the top agencies are and then what their previous clients have said about their work. Another way to do it, of course, is to do a Google search. If you do a Google search, one of the cool things that you can do to make sure that you're working with a decent agency is just to turn around and just search that agency's name with the word reviews, and then you'll be able to bring up reviews or feedback, if there is any online, about how well the agency performs. So that's the first thing, finding a reputable agency. The second thing is you're going to need a communication strategy. Typically, SEO agencies will they will do work either month to month. Well, if you're on a gig platform, they'll be doing work basically week to week because you'll be paying them every week. But if they're not on a gig platform, they'll be working either as a month-to-month agency or in 6-month or 12-month blocks. Now, the reason that this is important is because you have to understand that SEO is a long-term play. It's not something that you can do to get immediate results. So it makes sense for an SEO agency to require a 6 to 12-month contract for their SEO efforts, because that's how long it takes for things to actually work in search engine optimization. But you're going to need a communication strategy. Usually with SEO firms, they will submit like weekly reports to you, the end of every week or the beginning of every week, and then you'll have like a monthly Zoom call. But in the interim, if something is going on with your site, or if you see something that doesn't make sense, or you have questions, you need a way to interact with your SEO team in real time. So that can be a matter of you adding adding the point person for your SEO agency to your Slack channel, to your internal Slack channel, or having them add you to their whatever their project management tool is, Asana or Zoho or whatever. But this gives you an opportunity to be able to work with them and but to be able to talk to somebody in real time and not have to wait for those monthly meetings. The third thing is you need somebody on your team who understands SEO. You know how I was saying a couple of seconds ago about how SEO is a long-term play? It's not anything that you can like implement today and see results like next week or next month. That's real talk. So you need somebody on your team who understands how SEO works and understands what the different terms mean. Like that can be like, what the difference is between on-page SEO, off-page SEO, and technical SEO. So that you'll have somebody in-house who has your brand's or your company's best interest at heart, who can kind of serve as a liaison and coordinator between you and the SEO team. Because I guarantee you, if you don't know anything about SEO, you guys are going to be speaking 2 completely different languages most of the time. The fourth thing is you need someone who can decode like SEO and marketing language. A lot of times what you'll get from your SEO team in those weekly reports reports. You know what I mean? Like, just think about a financial report. If you don't know anything about finances, it's going to be hard for you to make any sense of what you're seeing, like the numbers and the terminology. So the person on your team that's going to serve as the point person between your company and the SEO team needs to understand SEO language. It needs to understand how to understand and read Google Analytics. Needs to be familiar with some of the other tools like SEMrush or Moz. Just needs to understand what, like, if a report comes in, be able to decode what is actually being presented in the report, because that's the only way for you to be able to track if you guys are making progress toward whatever your bottom line KPI might be. And then the final thing that you're going to need to bring in an SEO team, someone who has the time to check in on the SEO team. Now, like I said a couple of times, SEO is a long-term play. And in order to get the results you want 6 months from now, you have to do the work now. That SEO team has to do that work now. But the drawback is you don't know until 6 months from now if the work was done if you don't have somebody on your team who can understand the language, decode the reports, and check in on that SEO team to make sure that what they say they're doing is actually what they're doing. And this is important because, like I said, you have that lag time between the time that the work actually is supposed to get done and the time that you're supposed to see the results. So you need somebody who has a few hours a week who can just go through the reports and check all the places that the SEO team said they did backlinks, check and make sure all the pages that they said they were adding to your website or have actually been added or written, check and go over any content that they present, because a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times, like especially if you're going with a less expensive SEO team, you may be bringing in someone who has English as a second or third language. So you always want to go through any content that they present to make sure that it's on brand and that it reads well. But you need somebody on your team who can do that, right? So like those are the 5 things that I would say. Make sure that you find a reputable company. Make sure you guys have a way to communicate with the SEO team in real time. Make sure you have someone who understands SEO. Make sure you have someone who can decode the language of SEO and read those reports. And make sure that you have someone in-house who can kind of keep an eye on the progress to make sure that your SEO efforts are pointing in the direction of what your KPIs are. Okay, I hope that this has been helpful. If you have any questions or anything, you can just shoot me a message. You can find me online. I'm Sorrel Bryn. Have a good rest of your day. And if you need any help planning your next content strategy, hit me up.